Speaking of first game, Zath, it's that time.
Yeah, I heard it just dropped, so
right.
let's get into this, huh?
BN is your alpha spawn for this game, so let's head right on into Shatter. Should be entertaining.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the winners bracket of Group 5 here. BN defeating BN defeating TK Sky to get here. GLHF defeating Tretta to get here. The winner of this match will guarantee their spot in day 3 of the event. But for now, they've got to earn it. Let's have a look at the lineup. Zath, talk to me about Buenos Noches in the North Spawn.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that because I was heading that way. Buenos Noches is bringing Kremlin, Ohio for their battleships. No surprise there. Des Moines, Moskva, another Des Moines, and a Minotaur. And this Raptor is a Manitar. They've got a Gearing, a Harugamo, and a Ragnar to finish them off destroyer-wise.
Opposing them from the south, GLHF, fresh off their victory over Tretta. Looking over their lineup, we see Ohio, Conqueror, Venezia, Napoli, and Zath, just kind of like we were theory crafting, double Moskva and Stalingrad, fronted by Gearing and Daring. So a whole lot of potential stationary Soviet cruiser on this lineup. And so now, seeing the lineup, the Hal Liu band starts to make perhaps a little more sense.
Absolutely, yes.
A lot of backfield shuffling going on here for GLHF. Feels like their ships didn't spawn where they wanted them to. The Ohio is going to head over to the western edge, while Wadel's Conqueror coming east. Oasis is Stalingrad, and Guayhir's Venezia also swapping sides.
Yeah, there's a bit of a traffic jam on the H line, H56.
Just a bit.
Look at the mini-map. This is great.
Yeah.
Hell, sort of. As a matter of fact, looks like the Conqueror and Stalingrad are going to slap each other on the butt on the way through. Go get him! Smack!
Now, I think it's interesting from GLHF, you're seeing basically a 5-4 split. Ohio, Stalin, Moskva, Daring, Napoli all headed to A. Venezia, Gearing, Moskva, and Conqueror all headed towards C. For the moment, they are sending no ships anywhere remotely close to B. The Buenos Noches side may be that Des Moines. Which Des Moines is that, Zath?
That's Cap Chivas. Now they're kind of Buenos Noches looks like they're going for some kind of similar to the last game we saw, right? They're going for kind of like board control, putting their pieces about with one grid square in between each other. As a matter of fact, look at Chris's very aggressive position in the Minotaur, basically setting up to radar both A and B from that position north of that big island.
I really like this play, Zath. I really like this play. He is a Minotaur, of course. You see there the radar equipped. And with his bow turrets looking over towards the sea cap, he'll have the ability to potentially drop shells on anybody over there. In fact, he's already engaging Disnak's Moskva.
That's right.
Kind of telegraphing his location there. Not that it's going to do GLHF any good until they can get eyes on him.
Yeah. But it does force this, as you can see, he's already starting to turn. It actually kind of might have alerted him to look that direction, and you saw the Ohio salvo coming in. So it might have actually worked against Buenos Noches in a sense. But this does pull into that island, and what it does is it prevents him from going as far north as he wanted to. That radar's farther back as a result. So not a bad opening play for Buenos Noches.
BN shoving Soviet Elmo's Moskva right at the top of the sea cap, completely uncontested. He took some damage on that turn. I wonder what slapped him. I'm betting the Conqueror got him to burn for a little bit, is my guess.
Soviet Elmo was shot actually at the very beginning. He was spotted very early.
Interesting.
And at least 2 people were shooting him. And you're right. I do think he came under fire and let it burn a little bit.
It's Conqueror AP salvo there coming down on Rainmaker. Nothing doing.
No.
Jason's
over at A, Magic.
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
Jason's got his Des Moines radar up as he hides under the Gearing smoke on the northwestern edge of the A cap, driving Magic off of the A cap completely.
That's right. And even Cap Chivas is getting in on this with the Des Moines a little bit from his position. He's actually capping B now, and nobody can see him.
Yep, that's what I was when I saw Shivas on the 6 line. I thought they're going to bump him up into that little island spot where we've seen several other people try to cap previously. We saw Cherie try to do this from the south side of the cap, I believe, with a Minotaur at some point. Maybe it was someone else.
Now, Dizak does pop the radar. Shivas is detected. GLHF cannot respond quickly enough to prevent the cap at B, and now Diz is finally getting some payback in on the Chris's Minotaur.
He is indeed
being farmed for so long. Tasting the rainbow.
Tasting all the rainbow there, but with 5 minutes gone, it's BN leading here with 2 quick early caps. About a 75-point lead here as they sit on B and B and C simultaneously.
Yep. Now, I'm waiting to see if a push develops over at C-cap on the 9-10 line. You can kind of see the Ragnar and Haragumo forming up, and they might decide to go destroyer hunting.
Well, they have a target. They may or may not know it. It's a question of...
they know it.
Somebody probably has RPF over there. There's the Ragnar radar going up. Nab's got Demonic lit on the surface.
Yep. And Haragumo immediately smokes.
Yep. Augur had been smoking already. He was setting up to farm the Conqueror. Now he's turning his guns to Demonic.
That's right. Demonic is now sliding along the border for a bit, trying desperately not to take too much damage from this oopsie. And he gets out of detection.
Nab taking some SAP there from Guayhers Venezia as Augur turns his guns back to starboard and begins farming Wadel's Conqueror. Looks like they've lost sight of the Conqueror.
So, a big funny story, Raptor. Diz just won a giveaway on my channel. He's playing the damn game.
He's playing the damn game and entering your giveaways. Apparently not busy enough. Now, look at what's happening over at Azath. Look at where Magic is with his 3-kilometer hydro and Chris's Minotaur counter-spotting each other here through the island on the hydro, but it's not enough. It's not enough to prevent Magic from capping, which I find to be surprising.
Yeah. So that was just I don't think anybody was expecting him there. It took a little bit too long to get the turrets rotated.
Must not be.
To get those shots.
Very cheeky cap there from Magic as Aguero's Ohio takes a good salvo there, probably from the Kremlin, who is that Rainmaker's Kremlin now, looking through that gap at B.
Yep.
GLHF answering with the A cap, but still trailing over 200 points here. 7 minutes gone here in game 1 of this best of 3.
That's right. Now Soviet Elmo is poking his nose out a little bit to continue trying to farm the Conqueror. I mean, you're not going to win in a farming fight against the Conqueror.
No, not an HE farming fight. He will absolutely outlive you forever.
No. I kind of feel like the Ragnar Haragumo combo had a really good chance there to take out the Gearing, but they just weren't set up ready for it at that particular moment.
Well, and in fairness, Demonic played it very well, too, because he was already close to the map border. He was able to turn away, use the border a bit, maybe dodge a few extra shots that he otherwise wouldn't have, and just prevent his opponents from having great maneuvering options to trap him.
Mm-hmm.
Minotaur radar going up over at A. That's Chris ducking around the island just in time to catch a little bit of Magic.
Yeah, look at Taxi Driver and the Napoli going up the 1 line here. Very, very ballsy.
I think they're trying to get shots on Chris. I think they realize that one ship is really holding them out of so much.
Mm-hmm.
As now Chris turns his guns to Guayhers Venezia.
Yep. Now Taxi Driver tries to make Inky and go dark, but he can't because he's shot from the smoke. And remember, smoke fire penalty is quite large on the Napoli.
It is. I think it's about 8 or 9 kilometers because his base detection is 10 something.
Mm-hmm.
Taxi's dodging one salvo of these torpedoes, but he's going to turn right into the next one. No, he spots them early enough. He's only going to take the one on the bow.
Yep, but he's got to watch out for that Ohio. He can't give broadside to the Ohio.
He's and it's
force him
the
to
Des Moines as well
as
the Des Moines is also going to be able to punish him for this position.
Yeah, there's a chunking right there.
He's trying to duck into this island. He's got a little bit of island cover if he can survive to get to it. It's a question of how quickly the Ohio guns will reload if he can get in there. The secondaries have got him lit. I think they're going to be able to get this kill on Taxi.
Yeah,
he's on 2 fires now. The Minotaur shells are
DCP's
coming
available.
in.
DCP, there it
He
is.
does DCP. Is he dark?
He's dark.
They can't spot him right now. He's managed to survive, but Chris is fishing.
He's going to
get him
right now.
He's going to get him. He only needs 1 shell to connect. There it is.
Wow.
Up a cap, up a ship. Everything coming up Buenos Noches. Over a 300-point lead here as we approach the halfway mark of the game.
Yeah, that was a very interesting push there.
Magic's daring. Hydro up, pushing Chris's Minotaur again. Chris is lit through the island, but nobody really able to take advantage of that shot. Disnak's Moskva looking for those.
Aguero is turning his turrets. Nope.
Now, he'll never have a shot. There's too many islands in the way.
Well, he's got to move forward and basically allow himself to get farmed by the Des Moines and Kremlin in order to get the shot on the Minotaur, which honestly isn't a bad idea right about now, I got to say, because, I mean, they need to do something.
Indeed.
Magic Venus is now coming under fire from 2 enemies, Jaime Mendoza and the Des Moines.
I think he's lit by the Minnows Hydro. He is. They have plain sight of him, and Jaime's smoking up Jason's Des Moines as he continues to farm the daring, driving Magic off the cap. But hilariously, Aguero does manage to bag B. That'll stem the bleeding a little bit for GLHF, but they are definitely in trouble.
War just got smacked from the Ohio. A little too far up there in that Moskva. And now Rainmaker's coming in. Big hit there from Rainmaker. So War 44 is in trouble.
This Kremlin position pushed up from the Buenos Noches battleships continues to be big.
Look at Chris's AP shells from the Minotaur. He's hitting the Venezia from 14 kilometers away.
Absolutely. Look, if you know where to aim, it's just a matter of just put the cursor and hold left mouse button, man.
Right?
It's just like driving in Atlanta.
Crazy. Oasis Green now is the farming target over at A. This entire flank is collapsing, Raptor.
Well, the A flank, I mean, with the loss of the Napoli, there's a significant health advantage over here for BN. Their Ohio can basically do whatever the hell he wants, which is more or less what Tattoo's doing now.
I'm really surprised that Venus didn't smoke Oasis right there. He had it available. He just sailed right past him and said, "Sucks to be you. See you later."
Yeah,
I mean, like,
and
Rainmaker.
Oasis under secondary fire and Des Moines AP, so he's left with nothing but really bad options to try and salvage as much of his health as he can. This is absolutely the right play for BN, though. They own this flank now in terms of health and board position.
That's right. But a smoke there would have at least given Oasis the chance to go dark for a little bit, possibly dodge some incoming hate, and here comes some more, and that takes him out, Rainmaker.
Yep.
Oh,
again, that forward Kremlin position paying off big for Buenos Noches, just like we saw last game against TK Sky. Now, Tattoo's going to take some torpedoes here, probably maybe just 1. It's going to depend on how he maneuvers. Looks like he's going to take 1 on the belt. Oh, yeah. Oh, he almost snuck through there, but not quite.
Yeah. He'll be okay, though. He can keep pushing.
His salvo's going out on Aguero's Ohio. And he connects for a little bit there.
Yeah, it still feels like they got to do something to get Chris off the board. Otherwise, they've wasted their time.
They pretty much can't in this position because, like, if it starts to become a real problem, he's got this little island gap that he can just duck right into. Feels like they're trying to push the Kremlin, and they're just not going to get anything out of it.
Yep. All right, there goes Diz.
Diz goes down in the Moskva. 3-ship lead, cap lead for BN. Time ticking away, 90 seconds for GLHF to make a play.
Conqueror continues to be farmed by the
Wadel's about to go down. There he goes. That cuts the timer to under a minute. BN looking really solid here on Shatterzath. I don't think GLHF can do anything but maybe prolong the game.
No, remember, this is a best of 3.
Aguero just getting punched right in the face there as he turns to fire at Chris, and he doesn't get nearly as much damage on Chris as he wants. He goes down, and that's the game.
That is the game. A convincing win in that particular battle there.
Very
5 Buenos
convincing.
Noches.
BM with a flawless victory here, not even losing a ship. And I honestly I'd have to go back and look at the health totals, Zath, but I'm not even sure they had any ships that were under like real threat. If I'm honest.